Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name's Cast. Welcome back to another episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. This time we're on episode 54. Last episode was another crazy one, but at this point I feel like that's starting to get a bit redundant to say, considering the past like 5 or 6 episodes have been completely insane. It was really good though. The most notable part of it, of course, is where we left off, with Roy's anger completely coming out. He's going complete rage mode and absolutely destroying Envy from what we've seen so far. I'm not exactly sure if it is possible for Roy to get more angry than he is right now, but if it is possible, Envy is certainly aiming to do that, because what I'm worried about is Envy transforming into Riza to use Riza against Roy, and you know if he gets out of that, he's going to be completely pissed off. There's also the possibility that Roy sees Riza, the actual Riza, and thinks that it's Envy, and then ends up accidentally attacking Riza, which would be horrible, but I can't phase that out of my mind as being a possibility. I hope that's not what happens, because that would just be really tragic, but it would be almost poetic to punish Roy for getting as angry as he is and letting his wrath take control of him. It kind of goes back to what I said in the last episode. The dynamics of this fight are really interesting and different, but also really good. Envy isn't putting up a good fight against Roy. Roy is completely destroying Envy, but that doesn't take away from the intensity and the high stakes of the fight. They're switching it up because it's not actually Envy that's posing the threat, it's Roy himself. So we're just gonna have to see how it turns out. If you would like to check out my reactions to the next episodes right now, they're over on my Patreon. Episode 55 is available on the Soul tier, and episodes far past that, at least a month in advance, are available on the Ascended tier. Those reactions are also extended length, meaning you get more reaction and more discussion to go along with each and every video. Also, feel free to follow me on all my socials. The links, of course, are in the description. Alright, let's see how this turns out. The end of the Ishvalan Civil War. Okay, we're starting off with a flashback, looks like. What do we got here?
Who's that? A war buddy?
No, it's an Ishvalan child. One left dead with nowhere to call home.
It's really sad. You can tell they're both individually affected by the war in their own ways.
Over now.
The war
maybe,
never
but
ends.
The nightmares of what we did in this place are far from over.
Right, exactly.
Stay with me for as long as I live.
The real battle almost comes afterwards for a lot of the soldiers.
I believed in you. I trusted you with my father's research. And I applied to the military academy because I hoped to help other people.
Yeah, she absolutely bears the burden of what he's done. She feels responsible. She was compliant in what happens.
I can never atone for the suffering I've caused.
Right. Wow, I really like this angle on Riza.
I have a favor to ask.
I mean, it's horribly tragic, but I like that they're going this way with it.
Deface my back.
How could I ever do something?
At least
So it doesn't get passed down.
I may not ever be able to atone, but at least I can destroy the secrets on my back. There can be no more flame alchemists.
Wow. This is really something. I'm really glad that we're getting this, though, because it makes so much sense.
I want you to set me free from my father's burden. Please, set me free from his alchemy.
Wow.
I'm begging you.
Beautiful. Sad, tragic, but beautiful. And the fact that they're starting off with this is just... I don't really know what's about to happen next, but...
Thank you so much.
I need to talk about this right now. I really hate to pause right at the start of an episode, but how are you going to start us off with something like that and expect me not to? It's no secret by now that I love Riza as a character, but I have to admit that despite that, I hadn't given a whole lot of thought into how complex, tragic, and sad her backstory really is. As somebody that's not even a state alchemist, she equally endured all the horrors of the Ishvalan War. She literally had her father's research permanently marked into her body, which was then used as Roy's weapon to kill and murder thousands, which of course she's going to feel somewhat responsible for that. She literally gave Roy the weapon he used to kill so many people. And the way she talked to Roy in that scene was completely different than the way she normally does. She almost acted disgusted with him, but in a lot of ways I feel like while that may be true, she was also mostly probably disgusted with herself because of all the things she's let happen. Again, with bearing the responsibility and the desire to atone for things that you can't really atone for, which is a common theme in the show. We had it with Ed and Al this whole time, especially with Ed, and with Scar, and with everybody. Everybody seems to want to be forgiven for something, but actions can't really be undone, so they sort of just wallow in their own misery, and they look for an option, but it's just so hard to find. So I do really feel for her. Episode 54, Beyond the Inferno. Ominous title. Certainly applies to Roy, I would think. So, we're going to continue back with this.
What are you doing, Lieutenant?
It definitely makes it seem like it's her.
Do you know who your gun's pointed at?
But what if?
Who? Don't make me laugh.
What if
When it's
Roy's?
just us, the Colonel calls me by my first name.
Oh! There you go. Yeah, it is him. Nice fake out.
I lied.
Oh, okay.
Very nice of you to fall for it.
Yeah, big brain. Love it.
And now you can do me the favor of dying.
As much as I wish that would kill Envy. That was really good. I love that.
Damn it! You are really annoying.
Roy needs to come in and save her now. I'm a lot less worried about it now.
I'll dump you at his feet like a rat.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, you don't hurt his queen. You really did it now, Envy. This is gonna be brutal. I can already tell. Can't say you didn't have it coming, Envy. I really can't. This is it.
What in the hell are you doing to my lieutenant?
It's like I said in the intro, you don't hurt Riza.
Don't interfere, Lieutenant. I told you I would take care of him myself.
He's that's not a good look, Roy. I know you're angry, and justifiably so. There's a lot that was building up to this. The entire series was almost building up to this.
You damn human! Don't
I-
do it!
I'll save it. Oh. This is all like lust. Damn, go off, Roy. It's so satisfying. A little bit scary, a little bit concerning, but... I'm for it. Go off. Oh, he's still hanging in there.
Damn it!
Now what, Envy?
So this is your true form.
Oh.
You're ugly.
Oh, wow. This is a pivotal moment.
And jealousy is an ugly thing. I'm not giving you a choice.
The mixed emotions.
Burn in hell! And what do you think you're doing?
Yeah, he's going a little too far.
I'll deal with him
Sort
from
of.
here.
Not that Envy doesn't deserve to die, but
Good is finished. Lower your weapon.
he needs to get it together. I'm really impressed with Riza that she would pull her gun on Roy like that. Honestly, that's character.
Give it to me right now.
I think if anybody needs to say something right now, it's Scar. Because Scar knows exactly. Roy, right now, is like how Scar was. Just completely fueled by anger and rage and vengeance.
Deserves the worst death possible.
No.
I mean,
Him to me.
sort of,
I'll
but
burn up your hand along with him.
Try it then!
yeah.
If
No,
it's a
he's...
fight you want, fine! But first, maybe you should take a good look at your face! Is that the face you plan to wear when you're leading this country? Or
Yep.
is it?
Oh, it's so poetic.
That's what you want to be, Colonel? Another monster!
Another wrath, just like Bradley.
And maybe it might even do some good.
Yeah, this isn't who Hughes would want you to be either.
I won't stop you from giving in to revenge.
Hey!
What right do I have to stop someone from taking vengeance?
You have all the right because you speak from
But
experience.
still, I shudder to think what kind of world a man held captive by his own hate would create.
Oh,
once
that's-
he becomes its ruler.
That's such a good line.
Colonel,
I love Scar so
I
much.
can't let
I
you
really
kill
do.
him. That being said, I have no intention of letting him live. I'll dispose of him.
But I did it.
I'm so
Finally
mixed.
ran him down.
I know that.
My emotions are
Still.
mixed here.
This will not help, not your country or your friends.
Or yourself,
This is
really.
pure hatred, and I will not let it take you. You're better. I know you're better than that.
Oh. Roy. I totally understand. I really do. I mean, everybody watching knows exactly how he feels right now. That's why it's so conflicting. What a good scene this is, though. Just breathe, man. Just breathe.
I can tell you I have no intention of carrying on by myself. This fight will be my last. Once all of this is over, I'm going to end my life and remove my secrets of flame alchemy from the world.
Wow. Wake up, Roy. That... Yeah. There it goes.
Can't happen.
Oh, wow.
I can't afford to lose you.
This whole time she's lived for him, and now he's gonna live for her.
Scolded by a child. Lectured by a man who has been my enemy. And you. I've done it again.
When he cares about the most, yeah.
How foolish can one man be?
It's okay, Roy. It's okay. Nobody in this room doesn't get it. That's the thing.
Please forgive me.
Of course they will. He just needs to acknowledge his own darkness. You just can't let it get the better of him. Even though if any situation would allow that, it would be this.
Feigned empathy, you make me sick to my stomach. Are you humans always such pathetic worms?
Really?
Why can't you just listen to your gut and do what you want to? Colonel Mustang, have you forgotten? Your pal Scar here was going to kill you.
You're really ruining the moment, Envy.
And what's more, wasn't he the one that killed the parents of the Pipsqueak's girly friend?
Envy always does this.
Oh, yeah.
Always manipulative.
And what about
Always
that
trying to
girl who became a chimera?
turn people against each
Scar
other.
was the one responsible for her death too.
But it's
And
just
as
not...
for you,
It doesn't always work like that.
completely forgotten your hatred for what they did to your Ishvalan countrymen?
Of course not. Of course he hasn't forgotten.
You'll never get another chance! This is the perfect time! The ultimate opportunity! Hate and we
It's like an angry
become
toddler.
fight each other! Grovel in the dirt!
It's so pathetic and desperate.
Right, Hawkeye? Mustang? Scar?
They're better than that. Envy just continues to underestimate and project this whole time. That's what it feels like to me. It's just pitiful.
There's no way! You can't! Never! Never! It's impossible! How could you? How could you do it?
It's gonna throw a fit.
Oh, I see. You're jealous. You're jealous of humans, aren't you? Humans, according to you, we're supposed to be nothing when compared to homunculi. And yet, when we're beaten down, when we stray and fall, we face the challenge again and again. Our loved ones are always there to pick us back up. And you're jealous. You envy us because of that.
Fool, you just have to forsake one little village to save an entire country.
I'm not quite sure how I feel about this.
This time around I'll go with a younger, cuter model. What do you say? You humans don't make any sense.
It is true that Envy
You
took the
go
form of a
with
human.
ours for nothing. Another foolish human.
Could have been anything, but chose to be a human. Maybe that gives some merit to that concept of being jealous of humans, but I'm not quite sure if I see that
what do you think
or
you're
agree with
doing?
that.
Hold on a second! Idiot, where are you going? Ow!
Wait.
What's he gonna do? There's no Yoki in this room.
Out of all the scum out there, you just had to be the one, didn't you, Pipsqueak?
He doesn't even get mad at being called Pipsqueak anymore. Can't even use that against him. It's so pitiful. It really is. It's just pathetic.
Damn it!
I don't know, man.
Humiliated! Me?
Really
Me?
dug yourself into this.
Of you humans! I'm a homunculus! How could this pipsqueak kid see through me?
It just comes out and admits it, huh? I'm conflicted.
We'll see how long this adorable little alliance of yours can hold up. Oh, well, best of luck with that pipsqueak.
Is he? What is? Are you pulling? Is that your? Yeah, he's like killing himself. Wow. Wow. Final words. Finally calls Ed by his name instead of Pipsqueak. Oh boy, what a scene this has past 10 minutes has been. It's fitting for Envy though. It's perfect. It's perfect. Wow. Good God, where do I even begin with the past 15 minutes of this episode? Where do I even start with all of that? I guess I'll just start with Roy. It definitely hurts to see Roy like that. The process from coming down from anger like that is almost as scary as the anger itself, and it's almost certainly just as painful. Things like confusion, desperation, depression, regret, almost all of those things are stages that you'll go through. One of the major things I can say in Roy's defense is I feel like this was a long time coming. Because I think, of course, while Roy has every reason in the world to be as angry as he is, a lot of it was actually just worsened by the fact that he actually, in my opinion, never had the proper time or energy to actually grieve over Hugh's death. A lot of this has just been bottled up for a very long time, and the more you bottle things up, the more painful memories that you end up repressing, the more it'll just come out in a negative fashion somewhere down the line. Eventually, you're just going to cause yourself to break, and I feel like that's what all of this was. So that's what I meant when I said everybody in the room completely understands why he was feeling the way he was feeling. Though I gotta say, probably my favorite character from this entire scene was actually Scar. There's just been so much build-up and development for Scar throughout this entire series. I think he's probably almost, if not the most developed character from the beginning to now throughout the entire show. And I feel like these lines he said to Roy right here just sort of, they encapsulate everything he's gone through. And it's like, this is the moment. This is the enlightened period. This is Scar at full development right here. His lines to Roy are the meaning. That's what he's been found. It's what he's found throughout the entire series. This was it. And he said these things to Roy, no less, arguably one of the people he would have been the most angry with at the start of the show. Scar really has just risen up to be one of my favorite characters. All right, now, let's talk about Envy. In the spirit of keeping things as transparent as humanly possible, as I have tried to do throughout this entire reaction series, I'll just be honest with you, I don't exactly know how to feel about Envy. Not to like be weird about it or anything, but I generally consider myself to be a more empathetic than not type of person. But that being said, I honestly have a hard time feeling empathetic for Envy. If anything, I feel pity for them. I think that this discussion would actually be better if I saved it for after the series is over, when I have more time to think on this, because at the moment, I'm just really not too sure how to feel about all of it. I really just need more time to digest Envy as a character, because right now, my initial reaction to him is just not all that positive, and I just don't feel like I have anything too meaningful to say. But that being said, I'll probably have a lot more to talk about with Envy once the series is over, once I do my character tier list, which is one of the things I'm planning to do once I'm done with the series. Hopefully I'll have more to talk about with Envy then. I'll have more time to digest my thoughts on it, so stay tuned for that. Though I do think it's fitting the way Envy died. The way I'm currently enjoying thinking about this is that Envy didn't actually kill himself. The real killing blow was just dealt to Envy's spirit, and his physical body sort of just died afterwards. Okay, so we're getting back to this. Nice. Damn. Damn. Got a whole broken jaw.
From this point on, I'll be running the show.
Okay.
Help us out or we all die.
What the hell are those?
Have these zombies actually killed anybody yet besides the initial dude in the laboratory? I don't think so. These things are very underwhelming, I gotta say.
Go for their upper jaws. If we can get rid of those, at least we won't be eaten.
Yeah, you literally neuter them.
Show me your courage, men.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see. Where was I remember.
Whoa, the one's just...
The woman general.
Never mind. I don't think Alex is gonna let you do that.
Let go.
I think he can do it. I believe in Alex. Ooh, damn. That would hurt a lot. Damn. That is actually getting hit by a truck.
Someone should help.
Leave him! That's my brother! He's
Yeah.
to be killed like this!
Yeah, there we go. Put some respect on my man's name.
This is it. It's the end.
Nah.
The Major.
Oh. Did he, like, pop it back into place or something? I love him. What can I say? This is just good.
My shoulder is back.
Nice.
Nice. I love it. I love the respect. This makes me so happy. I mean, that's all well and good, but it's not gonna kill him. That might. Oh my god.
My incredible strength and the art of my alchemy work beautifully together. You'll find the two to be an unconquerable combination.
Not to ruin the moment, but that alchemy would be pretty terrifying used on something that's not a homunculus. I could see why the war traumatized him.
No matter. Return fire.
But the civilians haven't left yet, sir.
And if we wait,
I don't think this guy
we'll lose
cares.
the main gate. Get a move on. Tell the main battery.
Stop shouting! Let me shout louder instead!
Damn, what was that?
It's the tank, right? Oh, no, it's the brig soldiers.
Fire on a populated area. Would you like me to introduce you to her? Wait, who in that?
When people
Izumi, right?
ask, I say
Yeah.
I'm a housewife, but today
Still in her
I've shed
slippers.
that particular disguise. I am an alchemist.
Ooh, okay. Nice. That was awesome. I love this. I love this show, man. It's so good. Oh, this is like a special outro scene. Oh, are they gonna meet up?
You've come alone. I expected you would bring those boys of yours along with you.
Kinda scares me that he's alone.
From children when I'm dealing with something as lowly as you. To me, you're still a dwarf in a flask.
Damn.
Homunculus.
Is this face-off happening already? I mean, I know we only have like 9 episodes left, but it feels a bit early for the final face-off. That worries me for Hohenheim's sake. What an absolutely fantastic episode. Seriously, that was arguably one of the best episodes of the entire series, I think. I mean, it's got to be up there. I mean, Envy's death, so much mixed emotions for a character that is like one of the least pitiable, like one of the most evil characters. I've always said Envy and Pride have got to be up there among the most despicable characters, considering the things they do and everybody they hurt and the amount of people that they've killed. But even still, they had to make some conflicting emotions with that entire scene. I feel like I've said a lot about it already, so I won't drone on and on about it, but still, wow, what an episode. I don't do this very often because I know not a lot of people like to watch the outro portion of a reaction video, but I really would like if you guys could leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought of this episode, just anything. I really want to know what everyone's general thoughts about this is. What do you think of Envy as a character? What do you think of the result of this battle? Because I feel like in my mind there's going to be some mixed emotions here. I feel like a lot of people might feel bad for Envy, but a lot of people probably might agree with me that they might have a little bit harder time feeling bad for Envy. It would really be interesting to see what the community thinks about it, and you guys have been completely awesome in the comments up until now, and I love the discussion. I love reading comments. I love replying to comments, so please do me that favor. It, of course, also helps out the video analytics, so, you know, leave a like, leave a comment, and I will be pretty active in the comment section of this one, I imagine. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.